we could just go ahead and get started as more people come. We've got a couple people here. First off, have you praised today? I know that I have a list that I need to get into the channel and type out so that it can get quantified. So if there's any praise that's sitting around waiting to be typed into the channel, take a moment today to praise somebody. And also, we're looking for more quantifiers. It would be about a 1 hour per week commitment. And if you're interested in helping out with this, please message Franco. The more people we have, the less work it is for everybody. It makes it so much easier for everyone, and we're all looking forward to getting these rewards starting to be distributed, and that's exciting. So if you have any interest in being involved, please message Franco about that. And then we can start with like intentions and distractions. How are you feeling, and what are your intentions for the call, and do you have any distractions? I can start. I am feeling scattered a bit today. Yesterday, I had so many things going on, so today kind of feels like Monday, but also like it should be I don't know. Time is weird this week. And my intentions for the call is to get eyes on upcoming events, clarification on some of these workshops, and just for dates and stuff, because I know that there's been some changes. And then I can't type and talk, you guys. I'm sorry. And then my distractions is, I guess, that just can't type and talk. And I will pass it to Franco.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Ash. I am feeling good today. Yeah, feeling good. Intentions for the call. Let's just give you some updates with the punk domains. I know that I already gave them like yesterday in the governance call, but there's some other stuff that I would like to bring up. And distractions, yeah, a lot of things going on for me at the moment. Have like a big to-do list. So yeah, that's distraction. And I'll pass it to Alman.
Thank you, Franco. I'm feeling not very good, honestly. I couldn't sleep very well, but everything's cool. My intentions for this call is as well to share about the upcoming events and clarify and decide dates or times if they're still missing, and distractions only that I couldn't sleep very well, but that's it. And I'll pass it to Cory.
Hey. Fine. A little overwhelmed by everything going on. Too many back-to-back calls on Mondays and Tuesdays, but it's okay. I am distracted by lots of work in the background, lots of things going on. My intention for the call is mainly just to listen in and make sure I'm synced up on dates for upcoming events and anything else. So, yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass it to Nicola.
Thanks, Cory. Hi, everyone. I'm feeling good, just a little bit tired. And my intentions for the call are to catch up, sync up line, and quickly check in with Almond and Franco about Meet the Makers action steps. And I'm going to pass it to Jake.
Cool. Feeling great. Intention, just listen in. A lot of calls, same as most people on the call, back to back to back. So staying in touch this way. Distractions, just got out of a call, so have a couple items from that call to hopefully get finished in this next hour. And let's see. I think that's it. Ash, just back to you.
That's it too. I don't see Claire, Katabe, or Miguel. Okay, let's look at these events. So it looks like this was changed. This was going to be the 3rd, but now it's the 10th. So is this the practice flea workshop is for February 10th now?
Yeah, I just changed it now. We talked last Friday with the fleet team, and Kotabe and everyone else was saying that the 10th would be better, and we will have more time to practice and to prepare everything. Kotabe is not here, right? But yeah, we discussed that the 10th would be better.
Participation from like our community, what's requested? Is it like Giveth team members to come to this practice workshop and give feedback? Who are we inviting to this workshop?
Exactly. So we were thinking in the Solar Punk Guild. I can't remember if that's the name, but these people that mostly Kotabe is in touch with that organize a lot of events and work with him in other projects. So we were thinking and invited them and also the Giveth team to provide feedback and yeah, just share with the fleet team in which ways they could get better for the fleet. Also, side note, I know that they are having some issues with the tickets, so that I don't know if that might affect this workshop as well. So I'm going to ask Kotabe.
Yeah,
The
I
fleet
heard about
tickets, I
that.
mean. Yeah.
They're only gonna get one, but I don't know. Maybe we can help. We'll see. That's too bad though.
Yeah,
Those tickets are expensive.
I know. Getting in touch with rich people is expensive. No, I'm kidding. That's not true.
That's a little true. Okay. All right. Anything else that we should talk about around this? I wish that Kotabe was here, but
Yeah, me too. I think that's it. I'll still sing with him later today and see if there is any update. But the last news was that they prefer on the 10th.
okay. And all right, let's check in about Meet the Makers. Actually, I don't think it's on here, so let's start a new thing. Did you want to speak to Meet the Makers and give maybe some updates, Nicola?
Yes, I just wanted to use thanks for yeah, having the option to have this check in here with you guys. I just wanted to update quickly that, as you know, Almond, we have now confirmed 3 guests. I'm going to really try to get one more. Now, I just wanted to ask you if, like, how can we, yeah, how can I support you, or how can you support me on creating the comps plan and actually getting the banner from Rodri if there is a chance, because then I would love to send it together with more directions for the participants. That was one thing that I wanted to check in about. And the second thing I wanted to check in about was with Franco. And I know you mentioned something about StreamYard, so maybe we can just like briefly align on this if we're going to stream on more than one platform. Yeah. So first, I wanted to ask Almond, like, yeah, where you're at, what's your capacity, how can I help you, or how can we make this happen?
Of course, now that we have 3 projects confirmed, is easier to create some copies. Normally, what I've seen, and Corey is here, so she can correct me if I'm wrong. The tweets and the announcements start getting out around a week before every event. So I think that with that, I have perfect time to create the copies and then check them with you and the comms team. So no worries, I can start creating the comms plan now, just for Rodri to have the banner ready and promote in time. And just let me know if, or I be aware as well if we have a 4th confirmed project, so we can modify the copies too. So I'll start with that now or today, and then the other part, I think that's really something that we should discuss. The idea will be to stream Meet the Makers on the Giveth Twitter, YouTube, and another channel that we choose that we can add. It could be Facebook or LinkedIn, but So that would be the idea, right? And in that case, also, I think we should sync with comms just to let them know that we are going to have a live stream on the 8th. Or 8, yeah, it was on the 8th.
I love that. So we're using the StreamYard because I know Franco, you had something in mind too. Do you wanna support and help with this, or is it something that you want? You wanna manage the StreamYard setup or the streaming option?
And I don't know, but you mentioned, Ashley, that we already have an account there. I saw that it was a service, like a paid service, but if we already have an account, I think I can learn pretty quick to use it. So yeah, I can support there if you need me to stream with StreamYard, I can learn and do it. So yeah, no problem. And I think that's a good idea to use Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time.
Worth having somebody sharing their screen in the Discord and having people, having people come into the Discord as well, or should we try shifting this event to a different kind of out?
Maybe I would love to listen to Corey's input. What do you think, Corey? So basically, the idea, Meet the Makers in the past only happened through Discord, and we invited people to ask questions and to join Discord and to interact with the projects. And we were thinking to shift, a little bit the format this time and stream it live, kind of like the same way that we do with the GM podcast, using StreamYard. So it would be live through 3 channels, 3 Giveth social media channels that we choose, and then we can share screen in Discord to have it as one of the platforms in which it will be happening as well. So I don't know. I would love to hear your input if this sounds good to you, or how do you? Yeah, what do you think?
When you say social media channels, you mean like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook kind of thing?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything to get out of Discord is awesome. Like to push the visibility of it outside of Discord. So I would say why not try that and see how that goes. I also think, to be honest, I think it'd be really interesting to experiment with having this meeting on a more accessible platform like Google Meets, or it depends how many people usually attend. But starting with at least streaming it outside of Discord is interesting to me, because I just feel like if you want more, it depends who you want to attend. I mean, the projects who are already involved with Giveth are at least Web3 savvy, therefore probably Discord savvy. But I just think Discord's not super accessible. So moves that we make to let people get access to this outside of the platform is great, in my opinion, and worth trying, and then maybe also assessing after a period of time whether there's more views, or there's got to be a way, I would think, to track how much interaction the streaming is getting. That would be also good to do, I think, to see. I don't know if it goes through YouTube as well, but can you get those metrics?
Yep. Pull that from YouTube and then Twitter, and pretty much I think we can get those from whichever platform, maybe not Discord, although if we did do it in Discord, it would be like somebody like me just being in there sharing my screen, but we could collect questions. So I guess that's the biggest part also, is that if we're going to stream to YouTube, we should have somebody in YouTube ready to collect questions, or make sure that if people are asking questions in the chat, that we can either respond there or send them to whoever's hosting, so that the questions can be answered during the event. So if we choose to stream it on Twitter, let's make sure we have somebody watching the Twitter when it's happening, or YouTube, etc.
So I have a question. The actual event, where would it be happening? On Discord, and then we stream it to the different platforms, because the event has to happen somewhere, right?
It actually happens on
Cool.
Well, in that case, now I have a question. If it actually happens, if the meeting actually happens on a StreamYard, then it means that we can meet anywhere. It doesn't have to be Discord, right? But I guess we still will choose the Discord. I mean, I like the Zoom idea, and I also see that the because we have a AMA Wednesday slot, it just, some people may come like still join this regular session even if they don't know it's like totally Meet the Makers. I am thinking that maybe yeah, I'm not clear right now, but either it should be Discord on them or Zoom, um, which
The
might
thing
be
about
actually easier than
StreamYard Sorry. The thing about StreamYard is it's kind of like Zoom. So people just connect to StreamYard, similar to Zoom. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Almond, but it's pretty easy for people to connect, share their screens. This is what we've been using for GM. The functionality of StreamYard is that we can send it to multiple channels at once, and Zoom would not let us stream to multiple channels live while it's happening. So this is the advantage that StreamYard has, but the availability for people to connect should be just as easy as connecting to a Zoom call. Yes, Almond?
Exactly. It's like using a Zoom
like
or
a
a
link.
Google. Yeah, like a link.
Oh,
So they just jump in a link, and that's and they are ready to go. And then yeah, it would be a matter of just sharing the screen on Discord. I'm thinking that maybe Ashley and Franco could be sharing their screens. I'm not including myself because Friday we make a test, and it was kind of difficult for the person that is in the stream also to share the screen on Discord because the sound got messy. But maybe someone that's not on the stream can share the screen at Discord and ask questions, and answer questions and just interact with the people that are going to be on Discord. And yeah, as well as in YouTube, people can ask questions in YouTube Live, and then someone just be aware and answer them.
It would be kind of cool because the people that are answering the questions will be the project owners, right? So like who's going to be hosting? Is Danny involved going to be doing this, or are we just
so yeah, I mean, I hope so, but also I am ready for plan B, that I'm gonna just take it on the facilitation, because yeah, I haven't heard from Danny for some time, and I'm not sure how busy she is. I believe she still got it in her calendar. But like, this is my backup plan. It's gonna be Danny, and if she can't do it, I will do it. Um, yeah, I like the idea. Okay, this is cool. StreamYarding, and then having them answer the questions. Yeah.
Great. So one question: do you know? And maybe this is a question for Ashley. Who has Facebook access? Because right now on StreamYard we have connected LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube, and I think that for Meet the Makers would be better for you to stream on Facebook, just because every nonprofit at Facebook. So, but I'm not sure who has the Facebook access.
Yeah, I think you're right. Streaming on Facebook will definitely be an advantage for us when it comes to Meet the Makers. So that's a great idea. And I think that Claire, for sure, and Corey, do you also have access to Facebook?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Cool. So I guess Almond then just connect with Corey or Claire to get access, and then we can connect it to the StreamYard, yeah?
Perfect. Yeah, in this case, what I could do is share the access of the StreamYard account for them to connect to Facebook. It's really easy. Just because if I don't have the access on my computer, it's not going to let me. But I can just share with either of you. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And maybe since we're using a new platform, we should have a time before this to have some sort of rehearsal or test, just so that we all feel a little bit comfortable working together with this platform. So we can keep this.
Yeah, I'm happy to make a call. Yeah.
Perfect.
Make sure we do. Make sure we do it.
Cool. Thanks, Nicola. Cool. Well, that's exciting. I'm excited for it to go out on more channels. I think that Discord has been kind of a blocker for us, and that StreamYard has opened up like a new path that we can reach out our branches in other places. Is there anything else we should talk about around Meet the Makers?
The only thing that I had in mind, like I have an idea for future, maybe just some food for thought, and if people would have any other ideas, because like I'm still constantly looking for ways how to make it more effective, more impactful for the project. We'll get more projects or get somebody who is like well known in certain area. Let's say, like right now we would have an inclusion, and Danny is like, she's got a big following and around it, and it's her passion. She would be great to facilitate this. So I thought maybe in future if we could get people that are more well known in the Web3 fundraising space and a good following, it could maybe bring some audience to these meetings, and help us with the publicity. That could be something nice. So that's just food for thought. But otherwise, let's keep trying to expand and make it better and see where we get.
Yeah, it's a really good idea actually to have like a special guest host for our events, learning about the projects, and we could invite probably some really fun people that would have fun with us. Okay. Does anybody else have ideas they wanted to put down on ways that we could maybe make it more impactful for the projects, or ways that we could get more donors? I mean, bringing projects owners to talk about their projects is great, but also getting donors there to get the eyes on the projects is helpful. So if we have any tactics or strategies on how we might do that, maybe we can implement them.
I don't know if maybe as well, maybe this does not make a lot of sense, but I was thinking that now that we're going to be on Denver, maybe it would be a good way to connect through the booth to donors, or I don't know, just have a PR plan for us to go to Denver and try to also get some contacts that could be useful for this kind of things. But I don't know. Maybe we're putting a lot of eggs to Denver, but it could work.
Yeah, and I think it could even be a good idea at the booth to have just I don't know, some way that people could add their email address to learn more about Giveth, or whether that's signing up for a newsletter, or, maybe we just collect people's contact information while we're there if they want to learn more, and then we can kind of like send out things like this as well. I don't know. What do you guys think about collecting information? Like if people are interested in learning more, we can add them at least to the newsletter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think totally, I don't know, every event I've attended in the past, like in my career, there's usually a plan to collect people's information, whether the event is giving you a source for that, sometimes it's like you can scan people's information or whatever, but I guess ETHDenver's probably not doing that. So another way would definitely be we could even have a landing page for this. Super simple, but like directing people to a link, or we could have like a QR code on site that people can just scan, and it's super easy for them to quickly just like type in their email and then we receive that. Something like this. That could be possible.
Well, it's something to keep in mind as we go into the event, because I think it will be very valuable. We can collect different types, whether they're interested in like collaborating in events like this, or whether they're projects, or I think that it's a great opportunity to collect contacts.
Also, because the title's right underneath, it would be interesting to maybe talk about the ambassador program. Just a thought. There's going to be a lot of interesting people there at ETHDenver, right? That are quite relevant to our space, and probably know us already. So that might be also interesting to have some information about it if it's the right time.
Yeah, we could talk about that too, since it's here next on the agenda. I guess I think that it's still kind of in an ideation phase, and to have it ready by ETH Denver, to have anything of materials ready by ETH Denver, I think is kind of a long shot. But maybe if we were just collect like looking for people who are already connected with Giveth and maybe interested in helping us like launch a program like this, you know, rather than looking for people to participate, like look for people who would be willing to help us launch this thing. And maybe be like a pilot, you know, our first guinea pigs or whatever you want to call them, our first ambassadors.
Yeah, that I think we could definitely do that. So just on the ambassador program to sync up and some context for everyone. This would be a program in which we are going to have people representing Giveth all around the world. And the idea is to expand our donor database, our nonprofits database, and also to grow the community. This would be a program right now target to, of course, everyone, but especially newcomers that want to enter into the space in an easy and really like walk through way. And recently, last week, we had an amazing call that actually is recorded for everyone that missed it and want to check it out with one project that has a great ambassador program. Is not related to Web3, but they have got an outreach, an amazing outreach. It's called Climate Fresk, and they're a game in which people can play and then become climate experts, let's say. And sorry, that was here. Well, I think that he just jumped in. We were talking about the ambassadors program last week, call that we have with Climate Fresk, and she was just guiding us and telling us how they made this success with this program. The girl was saying it was because of the product. It's very easy because there's a lot of people interested in climate education because it's easy to become an ambassador. So with this in mind and with all the inputs, the next steps that we want to do is create a draft of our own project, how this ambassador program would look like, and then write a forum post to listen to the community signaling if they agree, if they have some feedback, how can we improve, and then just launch the program. So I think that Corey, it would be great if we have some sort of, as you said, landing page in which maybe we collect people that would be interested in become a Giveth ambassador. So I think that that's definitely possible. Ashley or Kotabe that's here already want to add something, or whoever?
Well, I think that you actually did a pretty nice summary of what happened on the last call. We also talk a little bit. So the Climate Fresk share about like these insights of what make them successful. I think maybe the only one that also she added is that it was just an easy journey, very easy, very straightforward journey. Actually, Mark Franco during the call just registered to do the climate collage, and it was that easy. Like Franco said, like, oh, I'm going to the next one in Barcelona in a few weeks. That's it. So the journey is very easy and very straightforward. And then after those insights, we started working on the thread that on the document that we have. There are a lot of ideas there, so we just need to kind of like be fine-tuned and start with the low-hanging fruits. Those will be kind of like, and the documents are, I think they are there. Thank you, Ashley, by the way, for putting the documents there. So if you have any opinions or suggestions, just put them there. And I think mostly Almond and I will love to help you. And Almond, we will work on kind of like narrowing down the scope for the launch, for the long hanging fruits, and then put it on the forum.
Yay. So maybe, go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna wrap it up and say I put the link of to the last week's call too. If you guys wanted to check it out, it's really cool listening to Lucille talk about how they put this program, their numbers that they've reached, and the impact that they've had. So it's kind of inspiring to watch that. If you guys missed it, and that was what I wanted to add. Did you have something else, Almond?
No, just a thought that we could, as you were saying, had some sort of landing page. It could be really simple. It could be a Google form even. So people at Ethember can scan it really quick, and they have different options like, hey, do you want to join the ambassador program? Do you want to blah blah blah? And then for them to just be very easy to have some options and add their information for us to then reach out. So maybe it could even be a Google form, a type form, something like that, for people to give us their information.
Yeah, I think that's a excuse me. I think that's a good idea, and I'm gonna put a note in our ETH Denver planning document too about that, so we make sure we keep that in mind for things to have at the booth. Okay, and it would be cool to do it in type form. It would allow for the logic, so that depending on which things they checked that they were interested in, we could ask them different questions. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you're right. We have actually a type form account, which is a more aesthetic. So yeah, I think better.
Yeah. All right. Well, we kind of jumped forward here, so I want to make sure we have a chance to go back and talk about the Twitter Spaces. We've got an education Twitter space coming up on the 15th of February, and then the Give Power workshop is now confirmed for the 22nd. Is that right? Almond, these are confirmed dates now?
Yeah, so the 15, I already checked with the Token Engineer Academy and also with Bankless Academy. And they say that both can jump in the 15. I just wonder if someone would like to host this Twitter space, if for someone in this call, education is something that they're passionate and they would like to host. If not, it's okay. If you would like to host, please reach out to me, as Corey and other people has done. Is really not hard, because you will get a guide with all the questions and everything to facilitate and jump in and to follow. So if you want to do it, please reach out. And also, I was thinking just to leave it in those two projects, as I think that they're really well known in this space, and to keep it like more fluid, the conversation. But if you have feedback, also let me know. And yeah, the Giveth workshop is confirmed for the 22 with Lauren.
And what projects that is coming for the education Twitter space?
Is Bankless Academy, and Token Engineering Academy.
Okay. And this is like, it's basically education in Web3, right? It's focused on in Web3.
Exactly, education in Web3 challenges for 2020.
Cool. I'll try to think. I know I sent you a couple projects, neither of them got back to you, huh?
No,
Okay.
they didn't reply. Yeah, I'm having like really hard times to reach out to people this year. I don't know why, but yeah.
I know. Okay. It's all right. We're in it together. Okay. Well, if you guys have a contact in a project that focuses on education in Web3 that you think might want to participate in this Twitter space, definitely personal contact seems to work better than cold outreach.
Humberto.
A what?
Humberto from Urbanica. He is very engaged with Giveth, and his project Urbanica, it's school for activists on technological tools, including of course Web3.
Oh, that's a great idea. You're right. I was actually speaking with him today for something else, but it would be great to invite him. He's really like a Giveth ambassador already, so for sure I'll invite him. Thank you.
Okay. And then for the Give Power workshop, we've got the emails already, right? And things are ready to go for this. It's been postponed, so we were already ready, right?
We are all ready. And actually, let me share the Eventbrite invitation for everyone that want to invite someone. Now we have an Eventbrite for this. I'll put it right here in the chat. We are trying just new ways in which we can have more people in our events. Created Eventbrite.
Okay, and I'll put a link here. Oops. I don't know what's happening outside my house right now. I feel like there's a big truck. Okay, I got the link here for anybody who wants to sign up on the Eventbrite, or if you want to share it within your network. It's here in the table. And then the ETH Denver Twitter space, that's still a ways off, so we can kind of talk about that, I think, as it gets closer. Is there any events I'm missing?
There's something I want to just say, like this is not like an actual event, but later today, I don't know who from here attended to the last like how to code session with Mitch, but we're having like a follow-up if you're interested today at 7 p.m. CET. That's 2 hours after the comms call. Like it's just like a follow-up session with like coding things, like to update the documentation and stuff. If you're interested, you're welcome to join.
Later today. Will you record it so we can put it on the YouTube? Perfect. And you said what time? Sorry. Okay. No, that works, because then we all know. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know. That's interesting. And if I can't come, I would love to watch the recording.
And also, just quick reminder that every Friday we have a new episode of GM streamed at 10 a.m. ST on Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn right now. So don't miss GM.
That's cool. How many do we still have enough episodes recorded? How are we doing on like stockpile of episodes?
Well, Grace, so we're just going kind of like not pre-recorded and record and then launch. That's not the best, but we are our best. So we have right now recorded the one for this Friday, and then I think later today we're going to record the next, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know if we can support you somehow. I know it's tough. Okay, cool. At least we're looking like weekly seems to be doable then still.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, we talked about Give Power Workshop. It's been postponed to the 22nd. Not really anything else to know here other than Eventbrite. And okay, that brings us to the Sea of Hertz, Aprendamos, Refi Community, and Giveth. So we've got 3 people on this initiative right now. I don't know how you guys are feeling. I feel like I've seen some like misalignment. I'd love to see more alignment from all 3 of these initiatives. And I don't know, maybe that means that one person just needs to champion the initiative altogether, or I'm not really sure. I wish Miguel was here, but maybe I'll let you and Kotabe and Almond speak to this.
Yay! So this is the initiative that we're making to reach out more Spanish-speaking community. We noticed that there's refi or people interested in refi that speak Spanish, but they don't have anything or a podcast or a program to listen to. So with this in mind, we just aligned with Miguel to create a podcast, a video podcast in Spanish with this content, with really information of entry level, nothing complicated, just to start and to engage. And we decided that we want to use StreamYard to record the shows and then stream them live. The only thing that we're missing right now is a new date to record the first episode. And now that we switch and we're using StreamYard, we need to know how Sea of Hertz is going to participate with this product, having in mind that the original idea was to record and to use Sea of Hertz as the platform to record. So we just talked to Miguel for him to let us know how he sees his role in this project. Also having in mind that it might just change and we could do just separate initiatives. Sea of Hertz interviews that he's making, and this as a separate effort that might be also an option. And yeah, we just talked to him. We're waiting for him to also add some ideas on how he would like to jump in. But yeah, we are working on the next, to schedule the next one, the next session.
Cool. I took some notes here. I was hoping he would come today, but I don't see him. Did you have anything to add, Kotabe?
Nothing much. I understand what this can like. I don't remember how you describe it, but like yeah, this kind of like sometimes we're misalignment between these things. I think yeah so what we now envision as a video podcast, it originally started as a radio show on like One Hive TV on or Zero Hertz Discord, but I think that kind of like when we started thinking about what will be more beneficial for Giveth, it changed a lot, and it started to be more like thinking about the audience, about like Web3 projects. Sorry, not Web3 projects, like Web2 projects or just nonprofits that are not very digitally enabled, and where can they find the content easier, and what kind of content will be easier for them, and what kind of format. And so now that like the idea basically changed a lot from what it was at the beginning, we're just kind of like rethinking our involvement on it, or what's the best way of everyone to provide value. So I think we're in that stage right now. That's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think even if it does become two separate initiatives, that's also fine. It would be nice to just hear from Miguel, hopefully. I sent him a message. We'll see if he hops in. Maybe we can check in with him. But in the meantime, I think that pretty much completes where we're at here. Are you guys going to have some sort of like weekly or bi-weekly sync call for this initiative?
No, mostly we talk through Discord. But no, we really don't have like for this initiative right now. Do you think that it would be better if we organize a link so people that might be interested in join? We could do that for sure.
It could be useful, or even just like a bi-weekly something so it's every other week. It doesn't have to be a big commitment, but maybe that might help with some alignment between everybody.
Sure, I think bi-weekly good idea, just to really put effort in this, and then the next step would be when we record the session align with the comms team for them to be aware that we're going to live these two.
Yeah,
Well, that's the idea. Yeah.
that sounds good. Thanks, Almond. Okay, and let's bring it to Franco then. You had some updates on punk domains.
Yeah, I wanted to mention some things. I did talk about this yesterday in the governance call. As you saw, like the website is there for you to check it. Like now we have to decide if we want to like host it in our domain and all those things. But some other things that I wanted to comment in this working group, because I was just kind of like hoping yesterday to just show what's happening there. But some things that we talked in the meeting with Punk Domains, and I wanted to ask you some advice about this, is that this partnership, like what they wanted to get from us, they said like that what they would like is an integration into the DApp. So we were kind of like thinking a way of integrating the Giveth names into the DApp. Maybe that could be like a way when you connect your wallet and you have a Giveth name associated to your wallet, you can get like a username on the DApp that shows your name. So I don't know how to go forward, like to move forward with this. If maybe Ashley, you can direct me, like how can I find out if we can do this?
That is a great question. I imagine I would check in the daily meeting, like in the morning, maybe tomorrow join the daily developer call and ask the devs what would be possible, tell them kind of like what the idea is. But basically, if I'm understanding correctly, it's just that our DApp would recognize the domain name and it would show, instead of your wallet address, it would like show your domain name.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that should be pretty easy. It's basically like ENS stuff. So,
Okay.
but I don't know for sure. I'm not a dev and I don't have that much
Cool.
experience there. So don't take my word for it.
No worries. But like, okay, I'll ask some of the devs maybe about this. But this is one of the things. I think this is a pretty cool idea. Like this is something that they said that they would be interested in seeing if we move forward with this partnership, and I think it's a pretty cool idea. If you have like a Giveth name to have a functionality inside the app, it's pretty straightforward. The other thing is they were talking also about integrating givebags into like the minting of the Giveth names, because this is something that Griff mentioned in the community spotlight last time they came. So they were wondering like if there's like what's the possibility, or what's the possibility of like giving givebacks when you mint a Giveth name. Like, what do you think? Is this a good idea or
no?
No.
I think that would like go against the idea of like rewarding. So basically, they're paying for something that they're receiving, right?
Yes.
So it's not a donation. They're like purchasing a product. They're receiving an NFT. well, I don't know if it's an NFT that you get for the domain. I'm not really sure how it works on the back end, but they're receiving this, they're purchasing a product.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think I have to rewatch that community spotlight thing because I can't really remember. But I know that Griff mentioned something about like doing something with Giveth and the Giveth names. The product as well is like 80% goes into the matching pool, so maybe we can see it from that perspective as well. They're not getting like the full like amount of money of selling like a product. They're only getting like 20%. 80% goes in directly into the matching pool. Like that's the idea of what's happening with the Giveth names. And yeah,
in that sense, then they're already being rewarded for their donation in another sense. Like we have projects too that if you donate, you can get an NFT or something like this, but they can't become verified if they're offering incentives to their donors.
Because they have they already have a verified project. You're right. Okay. Cool. And then yeah, the last thing would be like, what date do we want to like think about launching? Like, do we need to like? I think we need to create like a comms plan around it. There's all these things that need to be resolved first. So like, I would say maybe February or March. This is up to us. Like, whenever we want to, kind of like make a communications launch and announce it. I don't know, like next month it's gonna be busy with September, I guess, or when like, or March is September. I don't know.
Yeah, after Denver, especially if we have some things to figure out with devs. I don't know. Maybe some other people on the call have things that they wanted to talk or say.
What do you all think after September?
Yeah, I agree. I think it makes sense to. I mean, I don't know. About most people, but I think right now a lot of people have like a very thin bandwidth between Gitcoin grants, September, the Flea, the ambassador program, the podcast, and of course, like developers. I know design right now it has also very low bandwidth. I don't know the dev team, but most things do need also design. So I think it makes sense.
I'm just seeing on the other end of the spectrum a good potential to actually like talk about this and get people super like stoked and excited about this in Denver. Oh, you can mint your own domain. I mean, maybe it doesn't need to be like all like ready after, but we can prep something like some teaser and just put it on a booth.
That's a good
I
idea.
agree. I think there could be a sweet spot between after Gitcoin and before ETH Denver and getting it out there. But it also probably goes to Corey too, since that's a lot of just marketing and where does it fit. But if there is a sweet spot, I think Nicola's right that it's another nice addition that we have under our belt to push and talk about.
Yeah, I guess it would be if there's stuff required from the devs or the design team or any of this stuff beforehand for it to be ready. We would need to know the scope of how long that's going to take and when it would actually be ready. And then we can figure out like a comms. What do you think?
I would say, at least on the dev side, based off of a lot of calls that I've had more focused on that side, that they do have a little bit of space. They are kind of itching to work on something that's just instead of DApp affiliated. And so, yeah, they might jump at something like this because it's a little bit different. But again, then it goes to the comm side.
Cool. So I'll keep on working on these details, and I think that, like Nicola mentioned, it'd be nice to like hype it during September and plan something like a, if Corey agrees and they have the bandwidth, like a marketing launch maybe around like after September.
Yeah, I think besides bandwidth, it's also just kind of like scheduling out what we're trying to bring attention to. So that's, and then obviously when it's ready. So I agree with like, it would be good to know when. I mean, East Denver is only in a month, like 5 or 6 weeks from now, right? So if that seems like the appropriate timing, then yeah, I would also say let's wait until after then. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. I didn't mean that like we necessarily need to have it like done and built by the Denver time, but maybe just like adding it as a teaser or maybe future like enhancement, or maybe like, oh, you have won this prize together with your impact quest, and all together, well, in 1 month you can actually mint your own domain, whatever, it's just like you can tie it into the fun part without having to have it done, and still like be able to promise this cool thing, because I think it can actually like speak to few people and like really make them excited for like getting their own, if they get excited about Giveth. So that was just my point. Yeah, I didn't think that we have to have it done and ready and built, but we can still work with the fact, with this benefit that we will have it ready.
Keep this in mind. Franco, check in with the devs, see what's possible on that end, as far as meeting some of these partnership requests, and yeah, let's check in on this in comms maybe as well. What would be a good time? Yeah. So we're just about to the top of the hour. I don't think that we have any updates from Claire. She's not here. The GPS session, I think, is still on hold. I just wanted to, since I saw Miguel jumped in, maybe come back to the Sea of Hertz project interviews updates. I know that you have one scheduled for January 27th. It's Gravity DAO and the Resource Recycling Center that's here. Ed, do you have any updates?
Yeah, so the two projects are the two that you mentioned. I guess that someone of you know the Gravity project about like psychologies, like problem resolve in DAOs and Web3, and also this recycle center is in Costa Rica. I'm gonna have Juan and Arthur this Friday, so I invite you to go to the Sea of Hertz server, or you can watch it also recorded on Twitter and on YouTube, maybe Twitch. But yeah, those are my updates. I already sent the banner, and if you guys wanna share it, that will be awesome.
Yeah, I can prepare a tweet to share to the team to promote the show. I can do that today too. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. And we are at the top of the hour. I just wanted to catch you up, Miguel, since you came in a little late, that we're going to have like a session. I think that it's in the thread too, setting up a session to just have like a sync on this so we can all be aligned, and maybe then setting up like a bi-weekly sync around like Giveth and Espanol initiatives so that we can all kind of stay aligned, because it seems like there's a lot of different directions and people to herd in this initiative. So keep an eye in the thread if you want to be involved in that hack session, in that sync. And other than that, yeah, thanks you guys for coming, and I'll see you in the comms call.
Thank you, Astrid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ash. Well done.